Right. Let's move this here. Let's take this here. Let's share the screen. Let's do that here. Let's do that there. Share the video. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Brian, Sassy Trainer, Devin, Ivano, Harry, Vernon, Mark. Good morning, everybody. Wayne, Rosalind, Eagle Beagle, Heather, Tom, Mark, Dr. Serena, Alan. Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. I'm here a minute or two earlier. Just wanted to get together with you guys. Say hello to everybody. Wish everybody a very happy, healthy New Year's. I hope everybody has the best 2025 ever. And I hope each and every one of you gets exactly what you want from your life, not just the market, but from your life. That's the most important thing. The market is just one part of our life. John, Jody, Elizabeth. Good morning, Elizabeth. Dave, John, Robert, Kim, George, Rick, Motown, Guy, Darren, Julian, Jonathan, Colleen, Edgar, Ali. Good morning, Ali. Armulfo, David, Cam. Good morning. Happy New Year's to you too, Cam. Henry and Cam, I'll respond to your email later. I just didn't have time this morning. I'll do it in about half an hour. I hope that's okay. Maybe an hour. Charlie, good morning to you. Bancroft, Glenn, Robert, Silvana, Dr. Serena, Ray, Michael, Larry. Good morning, everybody. As most of you know, it takes a few days for the market action to come back. People are still out of town. My wife has left me. She leaves me every second of the year, and she goes skiing with my daughter, Rachel, to Colorado. They've been doing it every year now for about 5 years, 4 years. So I'm a bachelor for the next till Sunday, I believe. I think Sunday night or Monday till Monday. I'm a bachelor. So I'll be hanging out with you guys more. I'll have more time to spend to the market. I don't tolerate cold weather very well, as most of you know by now. So I don't go with them. They do it on their own. They actually just sent me a picture a few minutes ago from the airplane. There they are, getting 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 ready for their big trip. All right. Let's get into what we're talking about here. Glad to be here. Glad everybody's here. Penny, good morning. Yes, they're in Vale. That's exactly right. Naples fan, Stephen, Art, Deanna, Jeff. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, New Year's Eve with T-Buzz was fantastic. He didn't stay the whole night. He stayed till about 11:30. He loved the cake. He had a couple of pieces of the cake. It was fun. We had a really nice discussion about politics and all the other stuff. It was me, Steve, Michael, a couple of other guys. We had a good time. We had about 20 people over. We never go anywhere on New Year's. Cam, maybe one time if you're here, you and your lovely wife can join us. That would be fun. My kids were there. It was a great time. I'm not big on going out. I'm much more focused on having people in. All right. So a few things. Let's talk about what some of the things that are moving the market this morning. Okay. And this is an AI generated report that I get several times a day. And I've been relying on this a lot. It's been really good. Now, obviously, it's not 100% perfect, but it's really good. All right. U.S. manufacturing index, PMI, is declining, which is reinforcing the fact that industrial equities are not going to be doing so well. Folks, industrial equities are very important for the economy. I know everybody's always thinking technology, retail, but it's very hard for things to move without industrial equities getting up. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Duzzy. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Brian. Eduardo, Happy New Year's. I decided to open up a little earlier today in case other people wanted to join me. So that's the first thing. We have to be really cautious right now with the PMI, okay? You got, and again, please don't get political on me, but you all know that, the whole tariff fiasco that Trump's been talking about, Mexico, Canada, well, China. Now now there's talk about South Korea. and how they're going to be pressured by automotive and electronic sectors. If if think about it, South Korea, most of the things back in the day were made in Japan. Like cars and electronics. Now everything's made in Korea, right? I mean, like my television is made in Korea. Cars are now made in Korea. So now there's question of how much South Korea electronics are going to pressure global economy. And again, this is just ooh, nice, Heather. Thank you. Hey, Carlos, Happy New Year's. Folks are really enjoying your write up. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope that you continue doing write-ups for me, Carlos, for the next 20 years. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'm also hoping that by end of this year, Carlos, you will be completely sufficient and trading on the market. That's what my goal is for you, Carlos. I have a pretty big agenda for you. I have a lot of plans for Carlos and a lot of others. So South Korea, another target. And again, nobody knows what Trump is. I don't even think Trump knows what he's going to do with these tariffs. But that's the sentiment. We have to respect the sentiment. We don't know what's going to happen in reality. Don't start arguing with me about tariffs. I know as much as you do. I'm just explaining to you. It's something it's something that's impacting the markets. Okay. Happy New Year's, Santiago. Good for you. Good for you. Happy New Year's to you too. Portugal. Love it. Love it. Kirk. Good morning. Carlos Delroy. Love it. Love it. Love it. We got it. Everybody here. So, geopolitical tension in China is heating up. That's another major factor, okay? Major factor. We're finally starting to see a gold rally and the US dollar rally, which is also really interesting. And a former CIA officer warns of that there could be potential threats beyond what we saw in over the holiday, excuse me, not over the weekend, over the holiday. Which is really sad about what happened in New Orleans. So that's a lot of stuff about China, a lot of negative stuff about China, all right? Something we have to keep an eye on and whether it's going to impact the markets or not. Keyhawk fan says fireworks over Manila from top floor condo balcony were amazing. Ooh, I bet. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right. So let's now talk about the market. Earnings don't start yet. Earnings are going to start coming out next week. I'll start doing a forecast for you. That'll be in the VIP room today. Also, let me give you my CTAs here. 1 second. I got them right here. We're only a few hours away from the big event. It's coming out today. It's at 1 o'clock. Let me just post a link here. If you guys missed it, it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's the link for that. Come on, where's my links? It's taking a second for the page to load. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see if it posts here. Nope, not yet. Let's see, hopefully now it will. There we go. Here we go. You too, Pam. Wishing you the best. Lawrence, Jesse, Robert. Good morning, Robert. I hope, and you too, Robert. I got big plans for you too this year. Also, join me in my VIP room at noon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, at 1 o'clock, I'll be talking about my top stocks, what I'm projecting for the year. A lot of you have been out. Don't miss out. It'll be a lot of fun. And I'll give you some new picks that I have not given you last week because I know a lot of you were there. All right. Do I have a lot of trust in this rally? No, I do not. We'll get into all that in a minute. Let's first talk about news. We got jobless claims. We got PMI manufacturing. I'll be watching PMI manufacturing very closely, even though it's not a big report. The reason I'm going to be watching PMI is because industrial stocks and industrial data has been coming out pretty nasty. And also construction spending. I'll be watching these reports, even though they're not important, they're going to add up to being important reports. But as far as headline numbers, petroleum status report and jobless claims is what you want to pay attention to. Hey, Richard Feinberg, good to see you here. Puanta Gorda. By the way, it's cold today. It's cold. And tomorrow we have manufacturing data as well. So today we have PMI and tomorrow we have ISM. This is important info. Crude oil prices are starting to get above the 200-day moving average. This is a really, really important level here, and I'll explain to you why. Because we've been consolidating here now for quite some time. If we can pass 200 level, there's a chance that crude oil can rally. If crude oil rallies, folks, that is crude oil rallying is inflationary. It's not deflationary, it's inflationary. Okay. So if you see higher prices here, and I'm not going to do anything till we break the 200-day moving average, but the level that I like here would be right here. I would start buying crude oil right around this area right here. Right around the 76 level. You could see it has a lot of, if it comes back above this level, it's going to start getting bullish again. But till we get above the 76 level, no soup for us. And hit the thumbs up button if you guys don't mind. It helps other people find us. So I'm very skeptical about this rally, and notice we're making lower highs. So I'm thinking that this high will be lower than this high, and we'll just continue going down. One thing that's pausing that assessment is the fact that the bottom, we tried to break down several times and we couldn't. So this channel that we're seeing is finally breaking out right here. But I have to respect the 200-day moving average, and I have to respect this price level. So I'm not going to be flirting with crude oil related stocks to the upside till I see a nice pass above 76. I would write that down. Okay? I would write that down. I'll talk about natural gas in a bit, Jen. Natural gas is going crazy, which is also inflationary. But I'll talk about that. One of my stocks is a natural gas stock today. So I'll be talking about that actually. Let me see here. Actually, do I have it here today? No, I don't think I have it here. But yes, natural gas prices are going up right now in anticipation of a colder winter, which is also extremely inflationary. Remember something. This is inflationary, folks. This is inflationary. It's not deflationary. It's inflationary. Okay. Gold. Well, gold is starting to pick up a little bit. I mean, would I call this an uptrend? No, not really, especially with the US dollar breaking out. So with the US dollar breaking out, and that's the other reason why I would be very cautious right now with commodities like crude oil and gold, because if you see US dollar going up, that automatically puts pressure on gold and crude oil. Higher US dollar prices puts pressure on commodities. But one of the reasons why U.S. dollar is going up is because the bond market can't rally. Now, this is a baby rally. I mean, it's up 1% right now, but notice we're still near this area right here. We're still consolidating. For me to see a real rally in the bond market, I would need us to break this level. And folks, when I talk about resistance, tell me what resistance we don't have here. Election VWAP, 50-day moving average, quarter-day VWAP, 200-day moving average, year-to-date VWAP, and 100-day moving average. So you've got a lot of stuff here. Just to get up here would take a village, okay? And even if it does, even if it goes up here, we're still in a downtrend. So we literally have to bypass this level. So if I see the bond market, unless I see the bond market really moving higher, and I'm not seeing any evidence of that as of yet. So far, all I'm seeing is sentiment, New Year's sentiment, which typically happens. That this is not a big deal as of yet. So what I want to see is I want bonds to really rally. I want to see the gold market really rally. Otherwise, we're just going to see continuation of higher US dollar like we're seeing right now. And then the bonds will fart around here for a day or two, and then they'll come right back down. Because the Fed is not going to be, the timeline has now completely changed. And we went from the kid went from getting another bike next year to hiding his bike at his friend's house so the parents don't take it from him and sell it at a pawn shop. Oh, yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you, Mr. Powell, for giving us the gift that you always give. All right. Remember, brand new stocks, January 1st announcement, January 2nd announcement. Today, it's happening at 1 p.m. Don't miss out. VIP room today at noon. Don't miss out. I'll be giving my number one stock for 2025 plus all the other accoutrements. You guys don't want to miss out on that. So The bond market going up, I wouldn't be buying this. I would not be buying this unless we really rallied. And for us to really rally, we need a catalyst. And I'm not seeing one. Hence, the rally in the gold market, I don't think this is going to last. I think this is just going to make another lower high, just like it's been doing here. And I think the US dollar is going to continue moving higher, which will cause the bond market to pressure down. Also, the fact that China is now, remember what I told you when we were up here? Remember I told you the odds are we're going to come right back down? Well, we're now at the 100-day moving average on China. And I'm not kidding. That report that I read to you guys here, let me show you something. This is the report that I read to you every day. Look at this. China's market meltdown sparks concern of a global recession. Hold on. China's industrial profit decline signal weakening economy. That's a double whammy right there. I usually don't get a double whammy on the same topic. So that's not good, okay? That's not good. So China is not helping global markets. US dollar is not helping global markets. Okay, so we have two things that are not helping us. And crude oil going higher is inflationary. We don't need inflation right now. And remember, what did I say? What's the sector that I said we have to keep a really close eye on today? Industrial. Is energy going up good for industrial stocks? No, it's not. Hey, Deb, good morning to you. All right. So, and by the way, folks, keep in mind, the first week of the year we're still in holiday mode. Nobody's just going to turn on the clock. People are just now coming back from their trips. Some people I know, like my wife, is just going on her trip. So, so again, it's anyways. So don't get too excited about this. Don't get too excited about this rally. Okay. And we'll talk about that in a minute as well. Especially with US dollar breaking out of this. Remember, I drew this nice little consolidation channel and I told you the odds are it's going to break out. Crude oil going, this is not good. China down, not good for global economy at all. At all. All right. Not a good look. Not a good look. All right. Let's put everything together and then let's talk about the stock market volatility and what the next step is. Okay. Just wanted to give you a little of the background to tell you that bonds going higher, US dollar going higher, and China going lower, and having an issue with industrial stocks, including a report. We're going to have manufacturing today, construction spending, and tomorrow. And this is going to be a big one tomorrow. So keep an eye on manufacturing and industrial stocks. Carlos says, you've been saying this about China all along. It's refreshing to see this article report what charts have been depicting all this time. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of talk about not trusting China and how they say one thing and do something different. I wouldn't even listen to what they say. Honestly, I don't. It's like blah 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 blah. I just go by this chart, the FXI, which is the top 50 Chinese stocks. It's just so much easier, right? I mean, we hardly ever pay attention to U.S. fundamental data. Why listen to what they say? Why not just look at price data? But this does not look great at all. And to me, if you extend this a little further, remember where we started. To me, this tried to break out again. It tried to break out again. It couldn't break out. And now we're at the 100-day moving average. This is the no soup line right here, the red line, which is right below where we're at. And then you've got a dump right here back to fair value. So all of this to me it's a descending triangle. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, look, you've got a descending triangle right here. And descending triangles typically break to the downside. Like US dollar, you have an ascending triangle. With China, look, you have a descending triangle. Let me show you what happens if I go to weekly. Look, see that? You got a nice little triangle right here. See that? On a weekly chart. And fundamentals and weekly charts work really well together. If you ever want to get a good picture of fundamentals, look at the weekly chart. So look at the fundamentals. Look at this. So if this breaks down, we're going to go right here. This is weekly. I just switched the time frame to weekly. It's actually easier to see it. But you could see it either way, the long or the short of it. But it looks like we're going to come back down. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. It'll take a few weeks. It'll take a few weeks to. It'll take a few weeks, Dr. Serena, to get up there. People are notorious for, especially ethnic people. A lot of people celebrate New Year's first week of the year. I know that like Ukrainians and Russians, they go well into the first week of the year. I think Russian first. I think New Year's is first. It's the 6th or something. I don't know. I don't know all the details, but I know that we're still. I used to go when I was a kid. I remember I used to go to Lake Arrowhead all the time through New Year's and stay there the first week of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if people start coming back over the weekend. Okay, start coming back over the weekend. Oh, also, I haven't posted customer service live. How rude of me. Don't forget Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. And Cam, I'll answer those questions right after I get to the office for you. Don't forget Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. What are you going to be talking about this week, Cam? Let us know. Let us know. And hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to hit the thumbs up button right now. There we go. All right. So let's talk about the broad market, what we can expect. Let's step back a little bit and then get into the equities. We're doing really well on time today, too. All right. Futures are up really big right now. Really, really big. You could see mega caps are up 1.21. This is about 20 minutes ago, but nothing really changed. You could see how RSP is up only, well, actually, they're not even up right now. Ugh, that's not good. Let me take a quick look at something here. Something changed in the last 20 minutes, so I want to take a look at my TC 2000 real quick. We're doing really well on time today. I'm not really concerned with time. Gustavo says south of the border is after January 6th, after Kings show up. There you go. Yeah, it's just how it is, guys. It's America is an ethnic pie, you know, and people like to celebrate. People like to take holidays. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what the spy's doing here. Spy is up. RSP. Here. Take a look here. Yeah, markets are not really doing all that great today. So you can clearly see by equal weighted SPY unchanged, whereas MAGs, let's see what the hell's going on. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's up 0.45, but Magnificent 7 is up 1.28. What about QQQ? Let's look at QQQ. Up 1% right off the VWAP, and QQQE probably not even showing. Yeah, not really doing much. So the rally you're seeing is really concentrated in the large cap stocks right now. And I'll talk about that in a minute, actually. But first, let's get through this. The life gets present on Epiphany. RJ, I think China's New Year is around February. Then there's Mardi Gras, Feast of the Exactly, Cam. There you go. There you go. All right, technology stocks are leading the gains, signaling a rebound on Wall Street following a 4-day losing streak. The markets didn't do anything for 4 days, and to me, this is just institutions starting to put their stake into FANG stocks. Yield fell, which is boosting sentiment. I don't know if this is a big yield fall right here. I mean, we're up 1 basis point. I wouldn't really put too much. I wouldn't put too much faith into this right here. All right. But here we are. Tesla slid over 3% and was one of the top percentage losers in the S&P after announcing a recall of 77,000 vehicles. And over the weekend, we had an explosion. That's actually was one of my stories. one of my stories here. Tesla, here was it? Tesla explosion near Trump Hotel raises safety concerns, triggering a sell-off in EV stocks. So that was one of the things. But I thought that was interesting. Chip stocks retreated, Nvidia falling. So chip stocks and FANG stocks did not have a good week last week. Well, when I say last week, I mean this week, beginning of this week. Market participants entering New Year, several challenges. Yeah, this is a big challenge. The US dollar making a new high. That's a big challenge right there. Jerome Powell indicating there would be fewer interest rate cuts ahead. Really? You don't say, Mr. Powell. Markets are currently pricing in about 50 points basis of additional interest rate cuts from the Fed this year. Another question is how the pro-growth policies of Trump will impact consumer prices and federal finances. The growth outlook in Europe and China will be on radar as well, and they're not doing well there either. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff. Yeah, a person was killed in the vehicle last I heard too. Yeah, not good. We've got jobless claims in about 5 minutes. This has been like the most boring report for the last 3 years. Job claims have been solid. Construction spending, this is important, and crude oil inventories. These two reports are the big ones today, but they will not be driving the market. I think institutions will be driving market today. Futures are down just a hair this morning as trading resumed after New Year's holiday. Investors digested factory activity. Auto and bank stocks led the decline. Auto and bank stocks. So we got a little pressure here. In the US, energy and utility stocks outperformed. Notice nothing about technology. Survey released on Thursday revealed that manufacturers in Eurozone ended last year on a down note. That's not good. That's not good at all. China, we've already talked about China, but for S and giggles, closed sharply lower today, kicking off a new year on downbeat note as weaker than expected factory orders. That's bad. The benchmark weakest New Year start since 2016. Tech stocks led the decline on Thursday, which could be a big tailwind. Private survey released Thursday showed China's factory orders continue to expand in December. Yeah, don't hold. I'm not holding my breath for that. Mega cap stocks are all up like crazy right now this morning. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Momentum levels are crap right now. Just because they're rallying in the morning on New Year's doesn't mean anything. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. All right? Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Falling bond yield is good for chip stocks. Again, they're all going to be rallying this morning. New Year's, everybody's happy. Be careful. Be careful. There'll be plenty of time to get into these stocks once they build a foundation. They have not built a solid foundation yet, and they need to do so. Cloudflare was double upgraded by Goldman Sachs. Double upgrades are great, but it's not as good as companies revising their own earnings. So this is just another third party upgrading a stock. Granted, it's Goldman Sachs, but it's not. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, I'm only reading the global report. So nothing here is great. Manufacturing is weak. There's really no reason for the FANG stocks there's no catalyst for the FANG stocks to rally. Just because they're up beginning of the year doesn't mean anything. And again, I want to see broad market participation. All right. I want to see broad market participation. As of right now, let's see here on a daily time frame. RSP looks like it's up about 5.8, and MAGs are up 1.14. Equal weighted SPY looks like it's flat right now on the day, and QQQ is up 0.96. So you could clearly see that equal weighted SPY is not even up right now. So listen to me, folks. If you take away this right here, if you take this away right here, the market is not going to be doing all that fantastic without it. Let me see how the Dow's doing. Dow's up about 0.67 right now. Now, I want to show you something. I want to show you momentum levels right now. There's 8 stocks as of this morning. 8 stocks as of this morning that are making 90-day highs. There's 4 stocks this morning on my list that are making 20-week highs. And each and every one of them is on most of them are on my hit list, okay? Because those are definitely being bought by institutions and they will definitely rally, most likely rally if the market goes up. But my point is, this number should be 50, 80, 100. Let me just give you some perspective. Let's go back here 3 months ago. 49 stocks, 53 stocks, 38 stocks, 89 stocks, 42 stocks, 53 stocks, 67 stocks, 57 stocks, 40 stocks, 25 stocks, 27, 29. So you could see here, we're at 4 right now. We're at 4, okay? At 4. All right. What about downside? What about stocks breaking down? What about 20-week low? There's like 40 stocks. There's not much momentum driving this market right now. And the fact that FANG stocks are up at 1.5 times what the rest of the market is not making me feel warm and fuzzy. Okay? Breakdown, 90-day breakouts, 8 stocks. 90-day breakdowns, 43 stocks without the ETFs. With ETFs, 62. So 62, notice less than 100. All right? Now, what about momentum levels? We have 32% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average and only 52% above the 200-day moving average. If you look at the sectors, and again, not much has changed, you only have 19% of stocks in the S&P trading above the 50-day and only 54 trading above the 200. There is no upside momentum right now. We are literally sitting at the 200-day moving average. What about Russell? This is the 100 of the biggest stocks. This is 2,000 of the smallest stocks, and this is all of them together. This is a really good measure of the broad market. You could see out of 3,000 Russell stocks, this doesn't include the micro caps, the little baby stocks. Only 54% are trading above. And look at this, 25, 28, 25% above the 50. NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ 100, 50%. 50% above the 200 NASDAQ composite. That's the entire NASDAQ, 56%. So it would take quite a bit of upside. It would take quite a bit of upside for me to start feeling warm and fuzzy about buying these FANG stocks. Let me show you, let me give you a practical example. Like, for example, let's take Microsoft. And I want to show you this so you can see exactly why. Okay, Microsoft. Microsoft, look where Microsoft is. Look at this downside. Do you realize, so let's say Microsoft was right here, okay? That's a paper cut. It's easy to recover from here. Recovering all of this, that's like recovering from a major car accident. Maybe you'll be good, maybe you won't be good. But this has to start coming up to here, maybe up here before I want to buy. Because this can go all the way up here and still be bearish. And this will be the top. So this is not a rally. This is not a downside that you want to buy right now. You want to wait for this to develop a base. Now, I'm showing you, I'm not picking on Microsoft right now. I'm just using Microsoft as an example. If Microsoft was doing this, like this, see that? It's a little baby pullback. This is not a baby pullback. This took us all the way to the 200-day moving average. At one point, we went below the 200-day moving average. Roger, are you saying it's going to go down anymore? No, all I'm saying is it may stop here. It may stop here and start going up, but you'd be a fool to start buying here. You should be buying it up here. There's better stocks to buy right now. All right, well, what about, how about NVIDIA? Let's look at NVIDIA. And again, I'm just giving you the lay of the land here. NVIDIA is trading below the 50-day moving average. It's making lower highs. It peaked out over here. It's been compressing to the downside for 2 months now. This 5-point move, this doesn't mean anything. So don't get too excited. All right. How about Tesla? How about Tesla? Tesla has a descending triangle. Oops. and broke this trend line to the downside on Friday and has bad fundamental news. Not a beautiful picture. We're in a descending triangle, which means we have to overcome this bar, which means we have to trade above it, which means for Tesla to get back up, I hope you're writing all of this. We have to get back above 468. Not there yet. All right. Well, what about let's see. How about Google? Google. Right at the 8-day EMA, we got to get above this level right here, above 196. Nothing, if we can just come right up here and make another lower low and come down, we got to start breaking the lows. I like that this high is higher than this high, but this is it right now. Here's what we got. Look, either way, I don't have any certainty to the upside on FANG stocks right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How about Meta? See how these stocks can completely go either way right now? You've got a descending triangle here. Well, Roger, you don't know everything, and I'm just going to buy now, and I think they're going to come right back up, and they always do. Oh, well, you could be thinking that. That's fine. That's how people get themselves into big trouble, but you could think that. But this is a descending triangle. So the only stock as of last week that looked good to me in a FANG stock was Apple. Because Apple, this is still the highest high. And we haven't had one bar that hasn't been able to, there hasn't been one pullback that has not been able to not break it. Whereas everything else, we're already making lower lows. So Apple can still test and go up here, and then we have to figure out what to do next. But Apple should be able to come up here. Even then, I don't know. So I'm going to give you some new stocks today for New Year's. But I do like Apple. I still like Apple out of all of them. But I'm talking about for the next year, not for the next couple of days or a couple of months, long term. All right. So you guys understand? Now, let's now look at the market, SPY. Let's look at the SPY. All right. Well, the SPY is between the 50-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. The quarter date VWAP is below us, and the election day VWAP is immediately above us. We're extremely pinched right now, and we're making lower highs. So this can theoretically come right up here and just come right back down. We can see a 500-point rally, and this can just come turn back down. So would I be bullish on this right now? Hell no. All right, what about the Dow? Let's look at the Dow. You see how I'm breaking it all down for you guys? Are you finding this to be valuable? Let me delete all this crap. Let me let's see. How do I delete all this crap? There's a way to delete all this crap, I think. I could just do it like this. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Okay. It's easier to see it like this. All right, good. All right. And please, let's not get political here. Let's not go crazy. Let's not do anything. Also, remember, I'm doing a cool class today at 1 o'clock. I'll be giving you some new stocks that I did not give you last week. I promise you. And I'll have plenty of time to see how the market reacts. I'll be in my VIP room at noon today. Not going to be busy the next couple of days because my kids and my wife are out of town, so I'll have plenty of time to respond to emails. And customer service live. Let me give you the link for that. The Gustavo and DeCam show. Don't know what I would do without these guys. They're extremely helpful to me, guys. Also, Cam, let's schedule a day that I don't have a webinar. Ask Josiah to schedule me for customer service live for 11 a.m. on a date that I do not have a webinar, okay? I don't want to do 4 live events at one time. It's just too much for me. I can't handle more than 3. So where are we now? We're at the 8-day VWAP. We're between the 100 and the 50-day moving average, and there's a lot of stuff here. When do I start looking at the anchored VWAP? A couple of weeks from now. I need data to start coming in. Same thing with the Last Friday when we had option expiration. I think like this Friday I'll start posting it. So I want to give like 2 weeks usually for the period to start. Anytime, anytime a new VWAP level starts, I usually give it like 2 weeks because I want to have at least 10 days of data to work with. Hopefully that makes sense. So, folks, we're going to be moving our VWAPs to last Fridays and then to New Year's, but I want to give it like till the end of next week. So, Gustavo, the week after next week. Hey, Rochelle, how are you doing? Let us know how you're doing, Rochelle. Good to hear. Good to hear from you, Rochelle Karen. Let us know how you're doing and how your hubby's doing too. And stay away from Bitcoin for a while. All right, so you could see here we're pinched. We're pinched. So this is I'm not. I like what I'm seeing in the market today, but if I look at the market today and I compare it to what's been going on, this could just be like a very very little a little blip. All right, so what about Russell 2000? Let's look at Russell 2000. I have big plans for the Russell 2000 this year, second half of this year, up nicely right now. Also, let me eliminate this here. You could see we're making a trend right below the 100-day moving average. I like what I'm seeing here, and I think Russell's going to do really well this year, but we're nowhere near there right now. But I do like how it's building a base around here. And also, if you look at the SPY, by the way, it does look like we can be building a nice base around the 100-day moving average. But again, what I don't like is the fact that the highs are getting lower. If the highs were getting higher and we were going down, I wouldn't be as fearful. But the fact is, we couldn't take out this high here, and we couldn't take out this high here. So the lows are getting lower, which is bad. What about mags? Let's look at mags. Mags are right at the election level right now. Look, guys, this is the election level right here. And look, follow this turquoise line right now. We're literally at the election VWAP right here. We've been at it now. We haven't been able to get out of it now for 3 sessions this entire week. So Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, right? So the question is, are we now going to break above this and make another high? Now, this matched the other high pretty much. So if we come back up here, I'd like to see it break out. But FANGs are clearly outperforming the market right now. Clearly outperforming the market right now. Yeah, good to see you, Rochelle. Could we be at a market top heading lower in a correction? It looks that way right now. Till we make a new high, that's what it looks like, Danny. That's why I'm not buying what the market's selling right now, because I don't like anything, and I don't like too much discrepancy between the Russell and the Dow or the S&P 500. 18 PE ratio versus 28. Too much. Something needs to give. Something needs to give. And also, notice something. Why are the FANG stocks up so much today? We haven't had any good news on any of them. We haven't had any catalysts. There's no reason for them to be up right now. So to me, it looks like someone is just hungry for FANG stocks right now, really wants to get in FANG stocks right now. And those type of moves don't usually last because nothing is supporting them. You got to have some support. Now, the employment report, let's see, did it come out? Did the market move on it? Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. Great report. Just as I expected. We're below we're below the 4-week moving average. Nothing even to talk about. All right. All right. So markets, we're pinched. We're in a wait and see mode right now. What about sectors? Are we getting any clarity here? Let's see. I don't think so, but let's see. Energy, Bitcoin. Now, right away, if energy's going up, what does that mean for Bitcoin? What's the worst thing for Bitcoin? Energy prices going up, right? It's like US dollar and gold, right? Energy and Bitcoin have an inverse relationship, right? We all know that. Roger, why? Explain to me. Well, because the more energy prices cost, the more it costs to mine crypto. It's all energy based. You need energy to, like, half of the cost of Bitcoin production goes to energy prices. Said it last week. It's got to break and most likely lower. Yeah. So right away, the first thing we see here is we see energy prices in Bitcoin. Red flag, red flag. Okay, all right. Real estate and financial, I can buy that. Russell 2000, I can go for that. That's mid caps. I like that. But right away you have consumer staples in here. So that doesn't work. So what about technology, QQQ, semiconductors, communication? Well, I got to tell you something. They're all together, but they're all together in the lowest spot. So the way I'm seeing it right now is interest rate sensitive stocks are trying to rally. They're trying to rally. The Dow Jones is very fragmented. Blue chips are very fragmented, and technology is leading us lower. Yes, look, communication, consumer discretionary, QQQ, technology, and semiconductors. They're actually aligned. So the market is not as bad as it was. Why? Because we saw some consolidation last week. We saw some of this here. We saw some of this last week. Choppiness. We saw a little choppiness last week. A little mega caps. What did they do the last few days? They didn't do much. They were all together. See this? 3 days brought them together. So right now we're seeing a rally in the stocks that are in the lowest spot in our food chain. You've got technology, you've got blue chips, which are really mixed, and then you have some interest rate sensitivity here, which I like, and interest rates are going lower, which makes sense. So right now, the way I would read the market would be interest rates, blue chips, technology. But Roger, megs are breaking out right now. I don't care. I'm telling you, look, the last 5 days, communication, consumer discretionary, QQQ, technology, and semiconductors, they're all here. Now, here you got home builders. Home builders should be here with real estate, but it's not. So you've got a mix between interest rates and blue chips, but technology is not lagging. And this happened when mags weren't leading for a few days. Now they're leading again, so this will probably jump up. But my point is we have a very fragmented market with technology in the last spot, blue chips kind of mixed all over the place, and speculative stocks starting to lead. Be careful because energy and Bitcoin cannot be in the same competing against each other. And usually Bitcoin goes where technology goes. So if technology starts coming back up right now, Bitcoin can see some love. But I would be very careful because energy is the worst enemy for Bitcoin, as we all understand. Yeah, right? Institutions stocking up on FANGs. I would be very careful, but look where all the technology stocks for the last 5 days have been. That's why I'm very skeptical about this rally. Let me see something here. Let me see 5 minutes here. Yeah, we've been very choppy the last couple of hours. Yeah. Going up, but kind of choppy. You could see what happened here. This is overnight, and this we opened right here, and we've been just going straight up. Be careful. This can easily come right back down. Be careful. Be careful. Be really, really careful. All right. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see. Oh, yeah. Last thing. I want to see the bond market break higher, aggressively higher. If this thing cools off, starts cooling off right here, you're not going to see a big rally in FANG stocks or chip stocks, and they're going to revert to the last spot, which is where they're at. So this is very, very dangerous ground. You're going to be watching the bond market today. You're going to be watching the relationship between mega caps and RSP. And most importantly, you're going to be watching volatility. Volatility via the VIX. Let me see here. Volatility still has not been really coming down. It's been kind of choppy. This is the dollar. This will start when the market opens. Are we going to go down to the 15 level? Here, let me draw another line for you here. Are we going to get below the 16 level? 1650, that's the key here. If we need to break below 1650 on the dollar sign VIX to go down to this window. Or are we going to sit here and come up here? So the levels you want to watch right now are 1650, 1830. Those are the two levels you want to watch right now. RJ says, I thought institutions buying was smart buying. Smart money buying. I wouldn't call it smart money or dumb money. I would just say institutions. Smart money. There is no smart money or dumb money. All money is smart money when they're making money, and all money is dumb money when they're losing money. I just would say institutions and retail. So again, the levels you want to watch is 1830 and 1650. Okay? Those are the levels. Those are the levels you want to watch. Again, let me put my thing here because a lot of people are coming in here right now. So before I give you my stocks for the day, let me give you my... What is with this thing? Why is it so difficult here? All right, let me give you that. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me, please. Here's my 1 o'clock class. Here's my VIP room. Hope you guys can join me. At noon today, I'll be talking about a lot of cool stuff, which I haven't talked about in a while. I gave you a really good volume. If you haven't had a chance, watch my Friday's VIP room. I talked about how to see if institutions or smart money is buying stocks that you like or not. I posted a link on Telegram. I hope you guys watch it. It's good stuff. All right, now let's look at our stocks that I'm liking today, and then I'll give you my executive summary. Downside first. Let's look at downside. The fact that US dollar is making a swing high is inflationary, and that's not good for the market. Keep an eye on non-tech stocks today. This is not good right here. And this is not good for the bond market either, which, by the way, is turning a little lower. Remember, it was up a full basis point. Now it's up. It lost about 0.20 in the last 15, 20 minutes. And just wanted to show you what TLT is doing right now. Since we've been talking here, it was right here. Now it's down here. Here's the daily. So you could see now it's back in this range here. It's not up here anymore. It's now well in this range right here. Be careful. I'm telling you, be careful today. Please don't trust this rally. All right, downside stocks. ON. Wait for it to break down or to hit the 8-day and roll over. Also notice it's very choppy. The stock has a lot of chop, so buy more time with an option, okay? By the way, do you guys like those S&P trades, the demo trades we started putting into the pit, the day trades? Let me know what you guys think about those day trades on the SPY and QQQ that we started putting in the pit as Seagate, STX. Builder. I gave this to you guys as a bonus last week, by the way. Still like Builder to the downside. ECL. Hey, Blair, how are you? Good to see you. Lydia, Laura, David, Blair, Laura. Good. Made money on it. Good. Yeah, we started doing some day trades on S&P options and QQQ options. Love the day trades on the SPY. Good. I'll be talking about that today at noon at 1 o'clock more. And by the way, Ecolab, wait for it to break the year-to-date VWAP. It's at the year-to-date VWAP right here. Yep, made over 60% on it. Yeah. Matt got it in at like 150 and got out. Matt has been taking those in his account. ODFL. Yeah, about 60-something percent. ODFL right here. Good. Wow, 100%. Wow, nice. Yeah, so we're going to be launching a new service, day trading, not E-minis, but 0 DTE and 1 day till expiration SPY and QQQs, and we're going to do a full quarter of tests, so you guys can actually make money before buying it, and you could tell me if you like it or not, right? Isn't it best before you buy a system to test it out for like a quarter and to make money with it, right? ODFL. That way, when I try to sell you something, you could be like, hey, I need to have that. All right. UL, FCX. So if you haven't joined the pit yet, I'm giving you another reason to join the pit. Not that it wasn't amazing beforehand, but now we're going to have even day trades and SPY and QQQ in them. We're still playing around with Russell 2000, but so far QQQ and SPY. FCX right here. Good, 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 good. Nice, nice. I want to keep the pit, the best program online. Now, this is a potential A line to the downside, Starbucks. It has to break below 89.90. 89.90. Okay. No, RJ, 60% what? RJ, do you know how many emails I got with people making 60% on that trade? That will mean you will need more than one account to day trade. No, you just need 25K in the account. 100% was impossible during the trade window. Yeah, we didn't make 100%. We made about 60 something. It wasn't, I didn't say I made 100%, RJ. Kevin says he made 100%. Maybe he bought a far out of the money option. How do you know? Everybody else made about 60 to 66% on Tuesday. So Starbucks needs to break down. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, RJ. Yeah, we didn't claim 100%. Later entries, Cole, Thomas, is that all? No, Thomas, I haven't even done the long side yet. What are you in a hurry for anyway? Right here, about 89.90 on Starbucks. If it breaks this level, I want to short this thing. I'm giving you guys good stocks in the morning. What else do you have to be? I actually have to drive to work. Yeah, it went down further after the buy signal. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, RJ, I don't know what people did. Yeah, I know, Thomas. A lot of people won't have 25K. Get several accounts. Aflac has to break below 100 and 170. Don't take them. Take only a few of them. Take once a week a trade. What can I tell you? I can't please everybody. I've learned this the hard way. Now let's talk about stocks to the long side, okay? TARS. What a beauty. VRSN. I've been giving you this stock for the last several days, actually. And it's been going up every single day. Don't say I didn't warn you about this one. ALGT. If stocks are making new highs and the market starts turning around, those stocks get stronger. ALGT, I've been talking about this stock for 3 days already. Chef. Nice. Good, Kevin. Good. Chef's Warehouse. Ulta. 1 second. Ulta. I would wait for Ulta to go a little higher, but I like what I'm seeing here. Lulu. We got Lulu. I like this, but I would wait for it to break. I would put an anchored VWAP here and see where it goes. My guess would be above 398 if I had to guess. If I had to guess. You know what? Why do we need to guess? Why don't we just try it and see? Oh, I already put it here. Gee, look how frisky I am. So it has to go above 390. It's got to go above 390. What did I say right here? Yep, right around that level. Oh, here I said 390, 391. Yeah, 391, 391-ish, okay? AAL. Don't say I didn't warn you. I've been warning you about this stock for a while now. Let's see, AAL. Yep, look at the VWAP, where the VWAP is here. Right here, broke it, still going higher. All right, folks, before my number one stock, and I'll give you some goodies today that I did not give you earlier in the week. It'll be some new stocks. Here's the link, 1 o'clock. Don't be late. VIP room at noon, where I'll be talking about a lot of stocks that I like, and I'll give you a full update on what's happening with the markets. And don't forget our secret weapon, Customer Service Live. Cam, I'll answer those questions for you as soon as I get to work. Just need to get out of here. I'm going to mark your message as unread right now. Here is Customer Service Live. If you have any questions that I did not answer, I'm not going to be that busy next few days because my wife and my kid they're They've left me. They've abandoned me. They went skiing without me. Thank God. I'm not a big cult person. So I'm chilling. I'm going to be hanging out with Matt and Clyde for the next couple of days. If you have any questions, no customer service, no sales questions, just stock questions, as specific as you can be. Please, please, please let us know and give us feedback on how you liking those S&P 500 trades. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what Matt got, somewhere around there, Rochelle, somewhere very close to what you got. I think he got out at 155 or 154, something like that. Anyways, we will be taking those trades ourselves. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Cam, give me about an hour to get back to you. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Wishing you the best 2025, lots of success, lots of happiness, lots of health, lots of health. Everything else will come, all right? Bye, Ali. Bye, Rochelle. Bye, everybody. Bye, Eagle Beagle. Bye, guys. Have a great day, everybody. Yeah, there he goes. Our 150. Yeah, there he goes. That's what I was saying. Somewhere right around there. Ugh, I need a haircut.